Hey beautiful soul, Alice here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I believe dreams are realities evolve. This channel is about mindset, personal development, law of attraction, manifestation, all things positive and uplifting, and most importantly, living a life where our dreams are in sync with our realities. If you want to see more videos on these topics, subscribe, hit that bell button, and without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. Today I want to talk about the question, who am I, and how to find your own answers to this question. Yesterday I was cleaning my room and I came across this. Ta-da! Let me get it to focus first. This is what the Japanese call a gashapon or gachapon. It means capsule toy. So this is Wally from Where's Wally? If you know who he is, comment down below. In some places they call him Waldo, but I'm more familiar with the name Wally. I used to spend hours and hours looking for this guy. And as I was looking at this capsule toy, I thought to myself, hey, how much time are we spending on looking for other people? Figuring out who they are, understanding events going on in their lives, what they're about, what they want to achieve, and how much time are we focusing on understanding ourselves, who we are, what we want in life. I mean, are you better at keeping up with the Kardashians than keeping up with their own life? Are you spending hours and hours deep diving into your research on the origin stories of all the Marvel superheroes, the Avenger members, the X-Men members? And are you spending a ton of time trying to decipher the name of Taylor Swift's latest album? If you're a fellow Swiftie, high five, high 10. I love her, love her. Yeah, anyways, as I was reflecting, I kept on asking myself, hey Alice, do you know who you are, what you're about? What are your goals? What's your purpose? What do you want to achieve in life? And that's my question to you. Yes, you, the person watching this video. Don't turn away. I'm talking to you. When's the last time you looked into your reflection in the mirror and saw yourself? Do you know who you are, what you're about? Do you have goals? Have you written it down? Do you know your purpose in life? And if you haven't found your purpose, you don't know your goals yet, it's all good. I got you covered. I'll put the links to my goal setting videos down below. If you need help with clarity on your goals, if you have goals but have no idea how to get there, send me a private message. I'd be glad to help. And also, I just started a new Facebook group. It's focused on law of attraction, shifting paradigms, and bettering ourselves so we can become the better versions of who we are, who we want to become. So come join the tribe. Anyways, back to topic. Who am I? Is such an important question each and every one of us need clarity on. But very few people take the time to figure out their own answers. So I took some time, I sat down and came up with 4 tips that'll help you find your own answers to the question, who am I? And you might want to re-watch this part a couple of times or pause in between to write down your answers. So here goes. Tip number 1, show up for life. Be present and live in the moment of now. You need to experience enough of life to know what life is to you, what love is to you, what passion is to you, what purpose is to you. Don't live life on default or some sort of autopilot mode. And when I think of autopilot mode nowadays, I think of the theme song of Disney's Moana. The song is called How Far I'll Go. There's a part that goes like this. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I could roll with mine. That was my life when I was little. When I was a little girl, adults basically handed me a script of how to interact with others, how to speak with elders, how to talk to strangers. When I answered the phone, I would always start with the same sentence. When people asked A, B, C, I would respond with D, E, and F. And it seemed natural. I just rolled with my character. Everything was by design, literally. It wasn't until a while ago when a relative of mine came to visit and she told me, "Hey Alice, I still remember you used to say this and that, and whenever I asked you A, B, and C, you would respond with D, E, and F." And when I heard that, I was like, that doesn't even sound like me. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh my gosh, she doesn't remember me. That little girl she remembers is a character on that script. I never learned to understand myself and express myself. I acted accordingly, according to the script. I never knew me. I wasn't present. I was on autopilot mode. That's why a lot of times people talk about what happened when I was little, but I don't really remember. It was default autopilot. I wasn't present. So my first question to you is, how do you want to show up for life? This is how I choose to show up for my life today. I put on this dress, I put on a necklace, I wear my earrings, I put on makeup, a big smile. It's not just outer appearance, it's also my attitude. I choose to be positive, I choose to be happy, I choose to be more active on my social media. I choose to be kind to people, think about the good side of things. This is how I choose to live in the now. How do you choose to show up for life, to show up for your now? Tip number 2, look inside. Who am I? What do I do? Where do I want to go? These are questions you need to ask yourself first, and your answers will always be a level deeper as you dive into the process of understanding yourself. And it's okay to ask for guidance. Just make sure that the people you ask, they've gone further down the road, they're more knowledgeable, and most importantly, they have the results you want. No point in asking a broke person how to get rich. No point in asking someone who's lost how to get to a location, right? And also, keep in mind, you can ask your mentors, your mastermind groups, your accountability partners for advice and guidance. You can ask them to help you understand yourself better. But those are second opinions and guidances. The number one person you should always ask is yourself. Stop relying on other people to put a tag on you, define who you are, decide your life path. Take yourself seriously. Spend a time a day to gain clarity on who you are, what you love. For example, did you get that new haircut because you want to spice things up? Or is it just because it's what your boyfriend prefers? Did you sign up for that program because you love the topic? Or is it just because it's what's expected of you? Did you decide on that major because that's where your passion lies? That's the thing that defines who you are? Or is it just because it sounds more legitimate when you talk about it to relatives? Which one is it? And that leads me to my second question. Use 3 sentences to describe yourself. This has to do with your inner belief, the way you look at yourself, your self-image. Use 3 sentences to answer this. Who are you? What do you love? What do you want to achieve in life? Look inside. Find your own answers. Tip number 3. Stop saying I'm not. Start saying I am. My mentor Bob Proctor often tells us it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. You can never outperform your self-image, because in life, you don't get what you want. You get what you are. Unless you shift your self-image, nothing's gonna change. So start by saying positive things about yourself, like, I am confident, I am brave, I am creative, I am amazing. Stop saying negative things like, I am shy, I'm not confident, I'm a lazy person. And by the way, there's no such thing as a lazy person. It's just a person with a lazy habit. But the fact that you're saying things like, I am lazy. It all has to do with your self-image, your habitual way of thinking, the way you're used to looking at yourself. And that's all deeply rooted in your subconscious. It's part of your paradigm. And if you've never heard of the term paradigm, it's a multitude of habits. You can call it your inner belief system. So start saying positive things. And that leads me to my third question. Complete this sentence. I am. Decide now. Name it, claim it, and start owning it. Tip number 4. Create yourself. Start building the image of the person you want to become. You can look at your past. We can always learn from our past, but it is crucial that you don't linger and focus too much of your energy trying to connect the dots of your past, justifying your limitations with your education, work experience, what happened in the past. Because what happened back then does not define your true potential and what you're capable of achieving in the future. Napoleon Hill once said, our only limitations are the ones we set up in our own minds. So start fantasizing. Remember when you were still a kid, you used to say things like, I want to be this and that when I grow up. Guess what? You're still alive. You can still fantasize and imagine and create. So start thinking and asking yourself, who do I want to become? What do I want to do? What's the kind of lifestyle I want for the future? And if money, resources weren't a problem, if you had a magic wand, with the flick of a wand, all your wildest dreams would come true, what do you want? Hashtag, what do you want? Write down your answers. Let's see how creative you can be. So those are my 4 tips on how to find your own answers to the question, who am I? Send me your answers, comment down below, and tag a friend. Let's see how creative they can be with their answers. And like always, if you resonate with this video, like, comment, subscribe, share on social media. Thanks for watching, and since I have my wand with me, I'm gonna end this video this way. If you know the spell, say it with me. Let's aim for a bigger, brighter future. Lumos Maxima!